Good afternoon, folks. This is Rich. We're back again with another review. I'm looking at the Meike or Micah, I don't know which way you pronounce it. 50 millimeter 1.8. It's fairly new. Lens out for the Sony E mount. A couple other mounts are available uh, with this lens. Really good lens. Shockingly good for a very affordable price. We're looking at anywhere from, I've seen it as cheap as $159 on Amazon to around $169 to $179 online, which is an excellent price for a very good lens. I was surprised. So I have this lens. I've shot with it, shooting with it. I'm going to show some sample footage. So get ready. Because I think you'll be surprised, pleasantly surprised at what this lens is able to do, the sharpness of it. You know, a lot of people, first thing that they want to discuss or be concerned with for a lens is how sharp it is. And while being sharp as a lens is very important, there are other facets of a lens that, in my opinion, may even be more important. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. So let's get ready. The Meike 50 millimeter 1.8. Is that good? Rattle. So then what happens there is. Hey folks, this is Rich. I'm back and here with another review. This is the Meike 50 millimeter 1.8 lens. Incredible lens. Very impressed with this lens. Did some amazing things with this lens. And so if you're in the market for a new lens, one that's affordable, you can find this online anywhere from $159 to roughly $179. Very good lens. If you know anything about 50 millimeters, they're usually one of the cheaper lenses that you can find. However, the G Master for Sony is $1,300, the 1.4, and the 1.2 is even more. And so if you're in the market for a budget-friendly lens that performs well, you might want to consider this lens. I've used it a little while, and I've got some footage here, some video. Just took some shots of some stuff in my studio and took a few stills so you can kind of see the performance of this lens. Focus is incredible. Sharpness through the roof. I give the sharpness about a 9.5. I mean, this puppy is sharp. We talked about how important sharpness is to a lot of people. I said that, you know, sharpness is not the only thing that you need to look for in a lens. It's definitely something you should look for in a lens, and it really depends on what you're shooting, the type of shooter you are. But, you know, generally speaking, sharpness is a good quality to have in a lens, and it's good wide open. It's good at 1.8, very acceptable. I didn't see too much softness at 1.8. I did see a difference. One of these videos I shot it at 3.2 just to kind of see, you know, how snappy the focus was, and then when I went to 1.8, slowed down a little bit, not a lot, but it did slow down noticeably. But still very acceptable. So it has 9 blades, 11 groups, 11 elements and 7 groups. It is plastic. I give the build quality about a 7.5, maybe even an 8. It has a AF MF switch on it. You don't really see that a lot. Hey, listen, you also have, believe it or not, at this price point, it's almost unbelievable, but you actually have a rubber gasket on there. I guess that helps. I don't know if they're calling it waterproof, but it definitely would help in moisture in your camera. So look at that. I mean, and it's very pronounced. It's not a cheap job they did here. It's very well pronounced. It's even red. And so, I mean, think about that. I mean, weather sealing, moisture sealing on a 159 to 179 lens, that is almost unheard of. You know, I'm really impressed where Meike's going with their lenses. I know early on they weren't that great, in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, but I start seeing them come up in the cinematic space, their cine lenses start doing well. They start doing some really interesting things with their cine lenses, and then it seems like on the heels of that, they started focusing on their photography lenses, and they are getting really, really well. And there's a group of these lenses that are really good. There's a 55 millimeter that's super, super awesome. But this 50 millimeter is a very, very common, useful focal length, and you can find this lens all over the internet. They make it for E mount, L mount. I think they make it for Z mount. The Nikon. So there's plenty of lenses out there, plenty of different mounts to try this lens out on. I've tried it out on my FX30, and footage you've seen was on the FX30. But again, it's made for a full frame camera. You could still use it on an APS-C sensor as well. Of course, the focal length will change. But again, this Meike is incredible. Sharpness is awesome. Chromatic aberrations controlled. It's not too bad. Lens flare is okay. You know, and nowadays with this software, I mean, you can fix just about any issues you have with a lens in Lightroom and Photoshop, different places, different software. So it's not really a big issue. But for this price point, listen, this is an incredible, awesome buy. I highly recommend this lens to anybody looking for a budget-friendly lens. Maybe you're on a shoestring budget. Maybe you have a client that, you know, has a very tight budget. You need to buy some things to get the project done. This might be your go-to. Very, very impressive lens. I used it on my FX30. I plan to use it on my I have an A7 IV that I'm going to try it on. And so, you know, I'm so confident about this lens, I'll probably most likely use it on a project. It's that good. Again, highly impressed with this lens. Go pick it up. And anyone else had any great experiences with it or bad experience, leave a comment below. Let's hear what other people have to say about it. My opinion, I give this lens about an 8.5. It's really, really that good. Check it out. Until next time, see you later.